finally make the connection between your inexplicable symptoms and the solar flare. When you ask others, they just say they don't feel anything when a solar flare is announced. So then you're wondering, am I imagining? No, you're not. Is there something wrong with me? No, there's not. I know it's very confusing, and I've been there. But here's the thing. The health effect of a solar flare doesn't happen the moment the sun explodes. It happens days later because it needs time for the explosion to travel to the Earth and disturb the Earth's magnetic field. It is in this disturbance that causes the geomagnetic storm that affect your body. And it affects in a way of an invisible stress without any warning. But whether you're going to crash or not will depend on your health condition. So in this video, I'm going to explain why some people crash by solar flares and others don't. I'm going to walk you through the missing timeline, how the solar flare affect your body so you can stop second guessing and begin preparing for the next solar flare so it won't catch you off guard. Hi, my name is Dr. Lilly Lei. Welcome to my channel, Healing Without Medicine. I'm a physician, but I quit practicing mainstream medicine about 20 years ago. I discovered that the power of healing is not on pills, it is on how we live our life. And why you should be watching this video about solar flare is because I thought that I was gonna die by the solar flares. Thanks to my medical background, my skills of research, and my interest on energy healing, I was able to thrive through this solar flare, and now solar flares doesn't affect me as much as before. When a solar flare explodes, we don't feel the effect instantly. It takes about 3 to 5 days for the solar flare to arrive Earth and then disturb the magnetic field, creating a geomagnetic storm. The geomagnetic storm is a shock wave. This is not visible, but we feel it inside our body as an invisible stress. It stresses our nervous system, our brain, and our heart. For symptoms to show up, it takes about 48 to 72 hours for the inflammation in our bodies to build up. And sometimes it takes less depending on how fragile your health is. Therefore, the crash symptom from the solar flare is caused by the inflammation in your body as a response to that invisible stress. If somebody says, oh, solar flare doesn't affect me at all, they're missing the real timeline. So why do solar flares wreck some and not others? Here is where it gets fascinating. Well, it all comes down to one thing, your baseline resilience. If your nervous system is strong and your body reserve plentiful, you're gonna ride the storm without problem. The appearance of symptoms is gonna depend on your body's resilience, first of all, and secondly, the intensity of the solar storm itself. And here's the part most people don't hear about. A geomagnetic storm can last from 24 to 36 hours. During that time, your body is running on adrenaline and cortisol and using up all your body's energy reserve. Then 48 hours later, or even before, depending on your health condition, fatigue hits, because fatigue is a sign of inflammation. But not only that, depending on your body resiliency, you can have a flare up of your symptoms. Your blood pressure can spike, you can have migraine, digestive issue, inflammation of your skin, immune system dysfunction, like getting a cold after a cold and never get over that cold, insomnia, emotional crashes, anxiety, you name it, because your body just ran a marathon and you didn't even move. And that's the invisible marathon effect. So think for a moment. If you have to run for 24 hours non-stop at your current fitness condition, how will you feel? Please comment below. So now you know why solar flares wreck some and others don't. It's not random. It depends on your body's capacity to handle stress. So this information gives you power because now you can build that buffer. If this video gave you an aha moment, you gotta watch the next one, where I'm gonna just break down in details the full timeline from flare to fatigue with real cases and insights from my Solar Alert group. So I'll see you there and stay grounded.